We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown. By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Derrick Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. 180!
Check. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
11.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert!
Mike 51. You're good,
Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
1st down. Good check. 180.
51 to Mike.
Alert!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Alert!
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You got nothing.
Hey, nice 7.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Hurry. Real.
Switch. Hey, check 24.
Hey, team 6.
51 Mike. Mike 51. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
I got you.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seibert's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
On second down now, it's Henry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Hey, let's go. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. 21. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Go ahead, man.
Now Garoppolo. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Here we go. 180!
Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he gets It's in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield now. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Mayfield lost the football, but I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield with it once more. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cleveland.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
180.
51. Stop your body.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Trying to get it to Landry there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Garoppolo looks to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now Lewis here on first down. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession. 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
On first down, Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They run again with Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
From the 35 on second down, Garoppolo. This will be caught by Brown. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats.
Here we go.
Throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Myles Garrett able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be fourth down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
King. Check 26, check 26. Check 52. Tight dog. Hurry. Alert.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Regular.
Smooth. He's checking quick.
On second down, it's Hunt. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
That's where you belong.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21.
With that impact, I fully expected the ball to pop free. I still remember an old defensive back friend of mine. He used to say, guess what? Even if they catch the ball, make sure they have a memento to take back to the sideline.
Set. 180.
51. All right, T. Let's flag.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Give me that ball, defense.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Davis. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This a quick pass to Davis. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go. 180! 12, fellas, here we go. Recon, 132 fighter. Shit.
On 1st down, Lewis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Aguilar has it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Pearman. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
180. Point it right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mayfield now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
58, right over there.
Hey, Alpha.
58, right there.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Titans 19, Browns 13.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Tennessee, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tight. Move 15. Tight. Tight. Move 80. Green extra. All right. Tight. Move 80. Green 80. Tight. Tight. Move 80. Tight. Tight. Move 15. Tight. Tight. Flying 90. Move 80. Tight. Tight. 315. Good tight. Tight. Green 80. Tight. Tight. Green 80. Tight. Tight. Move 15. Tight. Tight. Move 80. Green 80. Tight. Tight. Move 80. Green 80. Tight. Tight. Move 80. Move 80. Tight. Tight. Move 15. Tight. Tight. Flying 90. Move 80. Tight. Tight. 315. Tight. Tight. Green 80. Tight. Tight. Green 80. Green 80. Tight. Tight. Move 15. Tight. Tight. Move 80. Tight. Tight. Move 80. Tight. Tight. Move 80. Green extra. All right. Tight. Move 15. Green 80. Tight. Tight. Flying 90. Tight. Tight. 315. Tight. Tight. Green 80. Move 80. Tight. Tight. Green 80. Good tight. Tight. Move 15. Tight. Tight. Blue 80. Tight. Tight. Blue 80. Grenade tight. Tight. Blue 15. Grenade tight. Tight. Flying 90. Blue 8 tight. Tight. Green 15. Tight. Tight. Green 80. Blue 8 tight. Tight. Green 80. Tight. Tight. Blue 15. Tight. Tight. Blue 80. Green 8 tight. Tight. Blue 80. Tight. 90, wolf. High 7, high 7. Set high. Set and read. High. Ready? Right. We good. 132. Ready. 18 Gator. 18 Gator. Let go. Let's go. 30 base. Ready, go. Here we go. Set. Get the block. Ready. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready. Come on, set. 6, set. Hut. Ready, ready. 10, Lobo. Hut, hut. Let's go now. 15, Lonnie. Hut. Set, ready. 10, set, go. Set, hut. 60 up, hut, go. Here we go. 70 ending. Set up. Down. 90 wolf. Set hut. Set and read. Hut. Ready up. We good. 132. Fire. Ready. Hut, go. Ready. 18 Gator. 8. Ready, go. Got it. Ready. Let's go. 30 base. Ready, ready. Here we go. Set. Set. Hut. Here we go. Here we go. Hut. Hut. Okay. Ready. Hut. Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Set, go. Ready, set, hut, go. On the ready. Rocket, rocket, set up. Ready, ready. 60 off, set, hut. Let's go now. 10, hut.
double. We good. 132. Right up. Set, ready. 15, hut, go. Set, hut. 10, hut, ready, go. Ready. Ready. Okay. Right. Ready, ready. Here we go. 60 out. 6. Hut. On the set. Hut, hut. Ready, ready. Hut. Down. 70 in. Single. Set. 90 wolf. Hut, go. Ready? Right. Set up. Ready. And read. Set hut. Let's go. 18 gator. Hut. Here we go. Set. We good. 132. Fight up. Ready up. Hut, go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, go. Ready. Ready. Come on, set. 30 base. Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Hit the plan. Set. Hut. Got it. Hut, hut. Let's go now. 60 foot. Set, ready. 60 orange. Single. Okay, ready. High go. Ready, set, set up. On the ready. Set up. Set hut. Hut. Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. We good. 32. Right up. Down. 10. Touchdown. Hut go. On the double. Ready, go. Set. 60 outlaw. Ready. Ready. Ready, ready. Ready. 70 ending. Set. Hut. Okay. Right. Hut. Hut. Let's go. 91. Hut. Here we go. Set. And set, go. Here we go. Here we go. Hut, go. Come on, set. 30 bag. Set up. On the set. Set, hut. Ready, ready. Hit the flag. Hut. Ready, ready. Return. 32. Ready, right. Hut, go. Let's go now. Ready, go. Set, ready. 60 up, ready. Set, hut. 10, look, ready, ready. Here we go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Set, hut. Down. 10, touchdown. Hut, hut. Ready up. Hut. Set. 60 outlaw. Set, go. Ready. Hut, go. Ready. 7. Set up. Let's go. 91. Set, hut. Got it. Hut. Here we go. Set. We good. 132. Butter. Here we go. Here we go. Hut, go. Come on, set. 18 Gator. 18. Ready, go. Ready, ready. 30 base. Ready. Let's go now. Ready, ready. Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Set, hut. Set, hut. 60 Orange. Hut, hut. we go. 10, Lobo. Down. 15 lock. Single. Set. 10, touch again. High go. Okay, ready. Set up. Ready, set. Set, hook. On the ready. Hut. Ready. 60 out low. Return. 132. Fire. Let's go. 70 in. Hut go. Here we go. Set. Ready, go. Here we go. Here we go. Naughty Wolf. Ready. Come on, set. And ready, ready. On the double. Set, right.